What's up, everybody? Episode 128 of The Word on the Street is here. It's Friday. It's Finish Strong Friday. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Trey Griggs here at Beta Consulting Group. So excited to see you guys today for another episode of The Word on the Street, powered by Beta Consulting Group. We are so excited to have you as a part of the show today. We've got a great guest that we're going to bring on here in a little bit, along with the street crew. So hang tight for that for just a minute. But if you happen to be searching the internet, maybe after the show or on a different screen somewhere today, check us out at betaconsultinggroup.com. We are all about helping companies become known and trusted in order to grow their business, helping companies move out of obscurity into becoming a well-known brand. We love telling stories and super excited about that. So we'd love to work with you. Fill out a form. We'll follow up with you. We'll have a quick call. It'll be a blast. And we'd love to hear your story and help you start telling that story in a meaningful way. So check us out, betaconsultinggroup.com. While you are there, you might as well check out the swag store. We got some great items that you can have, including this wonderful water bottle, Word on the Street water bottle, a lot of great stuff out there. We're all about creating a community, people. So make sure that you check that out. And if you do, use the coupon code SPOOKY. That's all caps, SPOOKY, because it is spooky season. Get 20% off your entire order. And when your swag arrives, when that merchandise shows up, put it on or wear it, use it, take a picture of it and send it to us. We'd love to see the swag that you guys have. So we appreciate that. All right, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor and our newest sponsor we announced last week. Super excited to be working with these guys. 3PL Systems, one of the best TMS systems in the industry for freight brokers, designed specifically for freight brokers. And you're going to want to check them out at 3plsystems.com. When you talk to Cameron or Michael, tell them Trace sent you. And so excited to have them on board on the Word on the Street. Also want to give a shout out to TAFS, the good guys in freight factoring, helping keep those owner operators and small carriers on the road with discounts on fuels and tires and cash flow resources and all kinds of great stuff. Check them out at tafs.com or click on the link that's going to be in the comments today that takes you directly to my landing page with them so they know that I sent you. And if you are a truck driver, thank you. Man, we appreciate you so much. You are the heroes of the supply chain. So thank you so much for what you do to keep our shelves stocked and our life running. We appreciate that so much. Also want to give a shout out to my friends over at greenscreens.ai. They are changing the game for freight brokers when it comes to dynamic pricing and making sure that when you bid on freight and you win that freight, that you actually win on the freight that you win. So check them out at greenscreens.ai or click on the link that's going to be in the comments today as well. And that way they know that I sent you. Got to get credit for this, folks. Got to make sure they know that I sent you. So please do that. If you're a freight broker and you're pricing freight, especially with RFP season right now, you got to go check them out. Make sure that they're a part of your tech stack for sure. Shout out to Josh Main, who's going to try to watch from the plane today. Let us know if that works. We'll see if that actually happens. I doubt it unless you've got some crazy Wi-Fi. I don't know about up in the air, but hopefully you can. But great to see you in the comments, Josh. Appreciate that. Everybody else in the comments, tell us where you're watching from today. And we're looking forward to having you part of the show today. All right, it is time to bring in the street crew. You know this guy as the Bodacious Cowboy. He is back again. This guy is solid. Everybody give it up for my good friend, Jeff Dickinson. Where's Jeff? Oh, there's Jeff. There's your music. There it is, Jeff. That's what I'm giving you right there. That's not the one you want. This is the one you really like. Check this out. This is your real one right here. This is the real one right here. That's solid, my friend. That's solid. How you doing today, buddy?
Good, my friend. How about yourself?
Okay, I got to ask you a question. Did you give yourself the nickname Bodacious Cowboy, or did somebody else give that to you? I got to know.
Somebody else. A good friend of mine, Mark Ridley.
Oh, really?
Green Shoots.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
So it's, I don't know.
It just stuck. You just kept it. It's like,
stuck.
this is.
Absolutely.
That's right. Ooh, check this out. Josh Main says he does have us from 30,000 feet. What's up, brother? What airline are you flying? Please tell me. Put that in the comments. That's impressive because I've tried to stream stuff before. It doesn't usually work on Southwest. I love Southwest. It doesn't work. So I bet you're on some other airline today. Have you ever streamed something live on the plane, Jeff? Not live TV that they offer, but like actually try to stream something live?
You know what? It costs a lot of money to do that. I mean, they really nail you when
you gotta fly private to do it. That's why it costs so much money.
Yeah, you gotta swipe your card in there. I don't know. I think I can take some time off from business not to do that.
All right, bringing in another one coming to us from Springfield, Missouri. One of the best kept secrets in the United States from West Central Motor Freight. Everybody, give it up for my good friend Greg Grimes. What's up, brother?
Finish strong Friday, Trey. It's also Fall Foliage Friday here in Southern Missouri.
We gotta hook you up, man.
Beautiful.
We gotta hook you up with a Word on the Street mug. We gotta get rid of that one you have. I gotta get you one of these, man. We gotta make that happen. I'm gonna make that happen. Cool. It is Foliage Friday, man. The leaves are falling here in the Midwest. I know what my weekend's gonna be made up of. It's crazy.
Well, the real question that I want to ask you is it too early to get your kids' Christmas pictures out?
Christmas pictures, look at that.
Good done, man.
They're gonna look different when Christmas shows up. You know, they're gonna go to Christmas events and people are like, wait, they changed their hair. What happened? That's crazy.
My wife is all over it, man.
She's not too early. You're team baby Jesus, because you don't wait for Thanksgiving. That's for sure. We got Christmas lights going up today at our house because it's warm out. Why do you put them up on Thanksgiving when it's cold? Put them up now. You don't have to turn them on, but put them up now. So I'm with you on that. That's where I'm going. So definitely with you on that. All right, everybody, coming to us from the great city of Chicago, Illinois, from BWS Logistics. Everybody get up for our good friend Rob Bussy on the Magic Bus. This is a throwback portion of the show, everybody. This is a throwback portion of the show. You know, when we think back to the great music of the 70s and 80s. Well, was that 70s? When was that?
Probably the 60s, but that was
60s.
Oh, wow.
That was my radio thing for college, Magic Bus. So,
did you have a radio show in college?
I did.
Man, I love it. I had a radio
FM,
show in college.
WLRA to the left of your dial.
99.1 KWJC to the left of your dial. I like that. That's clever. You were a radio guy. I had no idea, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. So my radio show was on Saturday mornings because that's the time slot they had available. And all I would do, Rob, is I'd play the music that the girls in Ely liked, hoping that one of them would notice. And one of them became my wife. So it worked out, you know.
Awesome.
It all worked out. That's the way it works. So
awesome.
All good stuff. All right. Coming to us from the great state of Alabama, Roll Tide, our good friend from Ergo Science, Justin Shepard in the house.
There he is.
Except for definitely not Roll Tide. Especially not this week since I bleed orange.
I had to rub it in just a little bit, but you know the way it works. So you know all the words to this song, don't you? Yeah, I know you do. Yeah, we're not going to sing them. Don't even try. We're not going to do it. All right, everybody. This is one of the first songs that I memorized all. You know, like when you're a kid, you listen to a song over and over again, rewind it, listen to it again, say all the words. This was one of the first ones that I did. I was in, I think, 7th or 8th grade. It was a big week for me when I got that one done. So all good stuff. Okay, coming to us from the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado, from Talent Solvers. Everybody, give it up for my good friend and the quiet assassin of the show. I think we'd all agree with that. For Coleman Ruffin. Are you working? What kind of work do you do?
Oh, what is up, everybody? Happy Friday.
Coleman.
Oh, it's great.
So much fun.
Always jams.
Love music. Always jams, man. What's good in Colorado? You got any snow falling up there yet?
No, it's actually 78 and sunny out here. So,
what?
I mean, it is perfect. But
wow.
I do have to bring this up. Did you talk about already putting up your Christmas lights?
I did. Yeah. Listen, hey, you don't have to turn them on. But listen, would you rather do it in 40-degree weather or 70-degree weather? You tell me, Coleman, what would you rather do?
I'm going to do it in 40-degree weather just for the principle of things.
And by the way, 40's nothing.
Yeah.
Well, if 40 and windy after you've had Thanksgiving turkey, I'm doing that. I'll do it now where I've got, it's 70 degrees. I'm not messing around with that. Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, everybody. The best walk-up music on the street crew. No offense to everybody, but we got to give it up for the Freight Sensei coming to us all the way from Boise, Idaho, Scott Watanabe.
Yeah. For those of you that want to know
where's Scott? He's going to make an entrance. Oh, he's going to make it. Here we go. Yep. Yep.
Is he just actually gone? That would be hilarious.
Maybe he's not.
He's going to pop up.
Well, I thought that we'd see him by now, but maybe he really actually had to go somewhere.
Pop up.
He will be here. Maybe he's invisible today. I don't know. That's really weird. All right. Well, no, we got to put him back up there. We're gonna show that.
He's got his camo on.
That's right.
The
We're gonna
invisibility
keep him.
cloak.
Yeah.
That's right.
We'll to shame him when he comes on a little bit.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love it. Oh,
absolutely. Good idea.
Yeah.
that's so funny. Hey, Jeffrey Camp, what's up, baby? Roll Tide. All right, so Jeffrey, I got to say this real quick. Jeffrey was a guy I played Little League Baseball with back in the day. His nickname was Toker, and the guy was solid. So anybody with a nickname of Toker, I mean, quality individual. What's up, Jeffrey? Thanks for watching, man. Great to see you.
Are we talking this or what?
Well, I think his dad kind of gave him that nickname. I'm gonna guess.
I don't
think
know
his dad,
having a name like that. Come
I
on,
don't know. I mean, his dad was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Josh says he's on JetBlue, so congrats, JetBlue. High speed Wi-Fi, able to stream the show on JetBlue. That is impressive. That is really impressive.
About a mile-high podcast.
I know that's impressive. Live podcast up there on the plane. So Josh, make sure you spread the love, spread the word to everybody on the plane. Make sure that they know what's up. Okay, everybody, listen. It's time to bring in our special guest today. I'm so excited to have this guy on the show. I've known him for a while. So impressed with him. He's been part of companies that have just been absolutely tremendous organizations, not only from a success standpoint and growing and revenue and making money, but from a cultural standpoint as well. Just done some tremendous things in the industry. And now he's got a new venture. And we're going to talk about it today specifically for freight brokers. So from the new company that you may have never heard of, known as Highway, and that's going to change real soon. Everybody give it up for my good friend and founder of Highway, Jordan Graft.
Very appropriate song.
Clever
Love
song,
it.
that's right. Totally on brand. Totally on brand. Jordan, well done, my friend. Welcome to the show. How you doing, buddy?
Thanks, man. Excited to be here.
Are you sure?
When you asked us the song, I was like, "Hey, what should we play?" In our two programs, was like, "There's only one option.
There's only one.
Life is a highway." Yeah,
that's right. I'm expecting when people go to your website from now on, there's going to be some sort of like infographic, a video playing, and this song is going to be the music that's going to play on the website. That's what you should have. That's totally what it should be, man. So,
do you remember when websites used to play audio when you would go to them? They like play audio.
Hated it.
We had some bad ideas.
That's right. You couldn't stop it. Yeah, people are going to get off the website pretty quick, so don't do that. But that'd be pretty hilarious if you had something, or maybe your promo video that you have when they play it. This is the song, something like that. Maybe that's what you got. Okay, so Jordan, listen, I want to give you the floor. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, but also a little bit about what's going on at Highway. Tell us about this new product.
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Jordan Graft. Prior to Highway, I ran a business called TriumphPay, which is carrier payments for freight brokers. Recognize a lot of customers on here. And I left in about a year ago to start Highway. And so Highway is carrier identity. And what that means or why it matters is because when I looked at like all the challenges and struggles we faced at TriumphPay and also what brokers were facing, a lot of them were so identity related, whether it's double brokering, people pretending to be a carrier they're not, dispatcher services, or people not getting carriers to engage with them digitally the way they want. The solution to all that starts with better carrier identity.
Yeah, no, I think it's exciting what you're doing over there, and it's just great to see new products and new entrants come into the ecosystem that are going to make a difference. So no, it's awesome. I'm gonna put you right in the middle. You're the spotlight guest here, so you're going to be in the middle for the rest of the show, which is awesome. Let's talk about that for a minute, because carrier identity is a big thing, especially when you think about load boards, especially when you think about how we're now a global industry. I mean, we've got people all over the globe that are a part of the U.S. transportation economy. People can be a little more deceptive now. It's a little bit easier to hide who you are. So this is a really, really big thing. When did you come up and realize this is what I want to focus on? This is the problem I want to tackle.
I was with Will Kerr, who's like a really great friend of mine at Edge Logistics. If you met him, you will remember his voice. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Can't forget Will.
And he built this amazing carrier portal load board called Edge Capacity, and it looked awesome. And Lean Staffing built it for it. It looked great, but he was struggling to get adoption, struggling to get carriers to use it, low digital booking rate, and even after all this investment. And so I just had him walk me through, like, what does the experience look like as a new carrier from starting to say I want to work with Edge to actually looking at a load. And it was horrible. It was like I got bounced around between all these different screens and flows, and I had to wait for someone to send me an email. And so I was like, man, if we can change that and get the carrier to you faster with a clearer picture of who they really are, I think we can increase your adoption. So that's really where it starts. And he claims it's his idea. So if you talk to Will, he's going to claim he came up with it.
That's so great. So you came up with the idea working with Will. Were there any other brokerages that you were talking to that kind of solidified that idea, or did you just see it and go, yeah, we need to tackle that?
NT Logistics, Lynn Gravely is a mentor of
Oh,
mine
Lynn's
and a
great.
really close
Yeah.
friend. Yeah, TA Services, Scott Shell, like they've been really, it's been really close to them over the years. And then we've raised money from about 40 or 50 different people from the industry, and so we had a lot of people speak into the design of what we were trying to create, because we wanted to build something for brokers, and not for shippers, but like for brokers because of the long tail of the market that they interact with, and also for carriers because small carriers deal with identity theft a lot. And we saw that at TriumphPay. We would deal with people pretending to be a carrier, trying to change their bank account. And there's so much stress and pressure on a small operator who doesn't, can't have robust cybersecurity. They're using Gmail. And so we just wanted a way to protect their identity for them as well.
Yeah, no, I think it's great, and the fact that you've got a lot of people bought in is really powerful. They always say if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. And to having a lot of people, helping you out with that is really tremendous. So I'm curious to hear from the Street Crew a little bit about carrier identity and issues that you guys have dealt with, in your practices of booking carriers and onboarding them. What's that been like for some of you guys?
Well, first and foremost, I've been out of the game a little bit longer than some other people in here, but that was something that I struggled with all the time in brokerages. And if you think about it, you could have some of these small carriers that are absolutely phenomenal at what they do, great relationship. And then I was at a company that was extremely large. And then to your point, other people are trying to frame it up as, hey, I am with this carrier, I am this company, and calling a bunch of different offices, and it tarnishes their name. So that's, especially for carriers that are looking to break into the space, that's extremely important for them to have something like that does protect their identity. So I've struggled with it before. Kudos to you. It's going to be a game changer for sure.
I will tell you this, when we search for loads various ways, and when somebody comes up and says, yeah, I'm so-and-so with so-and-so, and here's my MC, and it's a Gmail or whatever, and then I go into their Safer Watch or whatever and see the actual email that's tied to the MC, when I reply to that guy, I always include in the one that's in Safer Watch. That way, if he's not him or he's not tied to him, that's a red flag for them to say, hey, I don't know who this guy is, but he's not me. So
That's an interesting tactic to do that, and calls them out pretty quickly. I imagine there might be a few embarrassing moments when you do that.
Honestly, it's kind of a shame, Jordan, that you have to create something to protect these people. Like it's crazy that people are out there just to get others. So again, kudos to you, but yeah, it's interesting for sure.
You can dot the I's and cross the T's as well, especially when you get a carrier on board and let's just say you haven't done business with them in the past. Yes. What you can do is you can contact the shipper and tell them exactly what that truck number is and the trailer number and what it says on there. And then when it pulls into the dock supervisor can go out there to verify that the carrier that you said is coming in there is actually the carrier who came on board. But there's a lot of other things out there now that we didn't have in the past. When you're going back a few decades, the carrier 411, you got other CSA type kind of companies like Jordan's that are out there. I mean, there are many different variables that Rob and I did not have way back then. I can tell you that right now.
You had your Rolodex.
There you go.
So Jordan, this is a good question. So there are some companies that deal with carrier identity today in the marketplace. What also led you to say that there's room for another, to build a better mousetrap essentially, or maybe a different mousetrap slightly? Like what was it that gave you the confidence to say there's room in here for Highway to make a mark?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at where we want to go as an industry, right? We're all moving more digital to more digital interaction. And if you look at like a lot of the solutions, they started with how do we take a paper packet and bring it online? And that's not what we really want to create. We want to create like a new experience where it's tied very tightly to that digital identity. And then that allows us to unlock so much potential for the carrier and the broker to work together more securely and with less friction. There's also an element of this that's I think really important, and it's the equipment data. It's like when Will was like, go solve this. I was like, okay, well, what is the bedrock of identity for a carrier? And where we ended up was we have to know what equipment they have, and they can't tell us. We have to be able to independently verify that equipment and demonstrate that for a broker. And so Highway has the best equipment data in the industry. We have over 90% of all power units and trailers in our database and categorized into dry van, reefer, flatbed. We built a proprietary system to unlock that. So when you look at a carrier in Highway, you can see they have 38 reefer trailers, 12 dry van trailers. We'll show you exactly what equipment they have. And we'll also show you if the VINs are actually covered under their scheduled auto. So like, hey, they may say they have 8 power units, but there's only 4 on the scheduled auto policy, and here are the 4 that are covered, and here are the 4 that aren't. So to the Bodacious Cowboys point, like if they're running equipment that's not on the scheduled auto, you have a real problem that we can help show you proactively in the process. So trying to go deeper, Trey, in like what is actually there in the yard, what equipment's actually there, and then how does that tie into a digital fingerprint?
Yeah. So for you, it really is about building a new mousetrap, like a completely different one, starting from scratch and saying, what would this look like if we didn't have to maybe look at what we've done in the past, if we could just start completely from scratch?
Yeah. And so the basis, like the primary function is the sign in with Highway button. So like everyone here has used sign in with Facebook or sign in with Google. And
Love
so
it.
anyone can use
Love that.
Yeah. And it's such a better experience for a carrier. They show up to a broker's website and they see sign in with Highway. They know they click that button. All the data is going to be populated. We're not going to ask them questions we already know the answer to. And it also helps everyone else because we're now helping triangulate what this activity looks like and track things like people were using the same IP address. We've been able to show several brokers like, hey, you've got 2 carriers that look like they're very different, but they're operating out of the same IP address range. And so like you've actually maybe dealing with the same entity here. So a lot of data that we can help bring the industry to bring transparency to what's happening, which is better for both sides. For good actors on both sides, it's better.
Yeah. That's oh, hey, looks like we got another person in the green room we got to bring in. I'm so glad that she's actually here because we made some things for her specifically today. Everybody give it up for the executive director of the TMSA, our own Jennifer Carpus Romaine.
Hello.
Jordan, do you know Jennifer Carpus Romaine?
I don't. Very nice to meet you.
You do now. Oh my gosh, we gotta get Highway a part of the TMSA. You know, talking about sales and marketing in the industry. I know you guys have great ideas, so got to get you involved, man, moving forward. So we'll connect you guys afterwards. Jennifer, this is Jordan Graft, founder of Highway.
Nice to meet you.
New technology platform in the logistics space.
Awesome.
So, welcome to the show. How's your house doing? You guys all decorated? Everything's good?
Yeah. I have. You can't see in this. Well, there's a pumpkin over. Let's see.
She's like, don't ask stupid questions, Trey.
I'm like, the pumpkin.
No, I just thought I thought I would be seeing spider webs coming down from the door or something.
Oh, well, but this is my office. This is my safe.
Who cares if it's your office? Decorate it, you know?
Yeah, but like so there's a pumpkin that sits next to me.
You got to be on brand. That's all I'm saying.
I
you gotta
have
be on brand.
A coffin.
Nobody can see it. You got to be on brand, my friend.
And then, but like you guys know my obsession with Halloween, but that doesn't need to be in every conference call I have. Like,
I think it should. I mean, it's October. This is you.
And then, if you go beyond the door, they're actually, if next time I'll keep my door open because there's big spiders in the webs or behind the door.
This is what we want to see.
But
this is what we expect. It's October.
Kid is home today and he's very loud until he closes the door.
just have him put on his Halloween costume and walk around in the background. It'll be fine.
He is
be on point.
A safari man riding a dinosaur, and it is the biggest unnecessary costume, and he just like hits everything. So I was like, okay, you can only wear that on Halloween. You can't wear that to school for your party. Like, you're destructive enough in your own body.
Hilarious. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So we're talking technology. Jordan, I have to ask you this question because you know this. Technology within logistics has been archaic. It's been clunky. It's been fragmented for a long time. It still is very much so. Now that you're a tech provider that is trying to work with TMSs and trying to integrate with other platforms, what is your take on the technology landscape of logistics? Do you see it getting better? Is it still way behind? Has it been frustrating? Is it getting better from your perspective? Talk about that.
I'm going to start this a little differently. I answer that question, but let me just frame.
This is the political answer right here. I like it.
All right. So the greatest potential for freight brokers, in my opinion, is to move to becoming more like freight networks, where they're able, driving that mentality deeper into their organization, their culture. And I see so many doing it, excelling at it. And it's more than just digital freight bookings. It's like this concept of mentality that the ability to clear transactions within their network. So I say that to lead with the next question, which I think one of the things that service providers to freight brokers need to do a better job is stop trying to be the network, right? The brokers are the network, and how do we help and support freight brokers in their network and not try and be the network provider, not try and create network effects yourself. I think it's really important. I think it's an area that service providers, we need to do better in that messaging and stop trying to just say what investors and VC firms will give us the highest valuation, but instead focus on like, what is it really that someone like BWS Logistics needs, and how do I message to Rob, I'm helping empower your network and make it stronger, better, faster. So to answer your question,
yeah, keep going. Yeah, that's interesting.
To answer your question, I'm gonna give a contrary opinion. When you look at someone like McLeod, I love Tom McLeod's mentality, and it matters because they move so much freight through that system. And the stability by which they operate it. They do 2 releases a year, and they're going to do 2 releases a year. And I get like it may not be perfect experience for everyone all the time, but I like the cadence and I like the rhythm, and I think it fits the people that they serve, and it matches. I also like Turvo and like people like that are young and new and moving really, really fast, and trying to do things very cloud-based, multi-tenant. And there's a lot of opportunity there, but that doesn't always fit for everyone. And so I would say I really think it is better than we like to say at times. Now let's just put this one last caveat on it. We sell into a cost center a lot of times. When we sell to shippers, we're selling into the cost center of a very large organization. The cost center is going to be the last place that gets technology investment. They're not the ones at times making the decision on the software being purchased at whatever CPG company it is. And so because that, I believe they are going to lag, and because they lag as the ultimate customer of these freight networks and brokers, that just feeds down, right? Because we can't create the experiences we want if we start at a we're starting at times with the cost center who may be 3, 5, 10 years behind whatever else software is being purchased. So that's just a hot sports opinion. I'd love for someone to just blow that up.
I think it's an interesting take on it because I do think that a lot of these technology providers try to be the end all solution and be a network in and of itself. And sometimes it's just that's difficult. It's not, I just don't think it comes across very well, and it doesn't fit every model. So I like that perspective. The interesting thing about, companies like McLeod is, Tom McLeod's a great dude, and I love his philosophy as well. And they do have a really good cadence, but they're just now becoming a web-based platform, just now becoming that way, which, it's like they keep getting customers. And I think it has to fit the model. Maybe the carriers, it fits really well for theirs. So it's interesting that the legacy customers like McLeod are still getting new customers. They're still growing. But then you have these new entrants like Turbo and some of these other, 3PL systems and all these others that are more web-based that have more of a kind of.
Don't forget your sponsor.
Can't forget my sponsor. I got to throw that out. They're new. I gotta throw them in there. They're new. Got to work that out. But you have some of these new entrants that have a totally different feel and look that might do better with actual people that are using it. The millennials and Gen Zs that are being hired. So it's a fascinating, conversation about all that. What does everybody else think about this? You guys are technology buyers and users.
That's a loaded question. No, I think that the very basic functionality of technology, I think, is to build efficiency. And if I look at, depending on what type of software it is, but I like to think of it as like a tool so that I can focus on the more important things, like something that would be very, very manual for me. So like if it's a CRM system inputting customer data, that data then it lives in the system. So I can focus on that personal connection with my customer. So that's the way I like technology to work is enhancing the relationship and not just doing something I can already do.
Hey everybody, Scott
just flew in the bottom.
Welcome. Just flew in. That's right. What happened, man? You had your song. We were all participating. Nothing. No Scott.
I was saw it from the end, and I got a call from the boss, and I can't just ignore that call. And what's funny is I just got off the phone and I told him, so I'm gonna get back to the podcast. He's like, dude, why did you take the call? I'm like, next time I won't take the call.
Well, I like where his head's at on that. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate
that.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's the man.
He understands what's important. I like it.
He does. But yeah, sorry about that. Leave you guys hanging. Literally, I saw that, and you probably thought I was just gonna pop up or something.
We did. We were all going to make an entrance. He's gonna slide in.
He's gonna make an entrance with his
a hat,
and then nothing. We're just like, well, I guess not.
I'm sorry, guys, but hey, awesome.
Fashionably late.
Fashionably late, right? Got the new key.
Truly standing out because now we're all talking about it. So, it's the way it goes.
That's what we do.
Yeah. So Scott, we're talking about technology, and Jordan brought up a really good point, in terms of he likes the fact that, some of these new technologies are not trying, or he prefers that they not try to be the whole network, but try to play into a broker's network, that the brokerage really is the network cog there. If I'm saying it correctly, Jordan, you can correct me if I'm not. But the idea that technology is really to facilitate the broker becoming the network component of that, and just talking about how technology integrates together. So I know that you guys have a lot of technology at Armstrong as well. What do you guys think about whenever you're looking at a new technology? Like what are some of the most critical aspects when you're evaluating technology?
First, ease of use, implementation, and integration. Right? How well is it going to integrate with our current TMS or our current processes? How well or how fast or how quick am I going to be able to train myself and then be able to train the implementation of it to the mass?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things, because if you don't get implementation, if you don't get adoption from your team, it's totally worthless, in that regard. Jordan, speak to that a little bit as a tech provider. You did some tech at TriumphPay, now you're doing it here. How do you guys ensure that your tech gets, a good adoption and implementation with your customer base, with carriers?
Yeah. How do you deal with the initial pushback? Because there's always that initial pushback.
Always pushback.
I mean, that's
people don't like change.
Kind of like once you embrace
change.
it, usually these things, people don't like change. So that's your challenge.
My wife and I were in the car yesterday, and she's a principal now at school, and she said, "I can't believe how much people don't like change. Like it's everywhere. Like it's just a human thing." So Jordan, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, Rob. I mean, I used to get my feelings hurt like the first 2 sales meetings I did at TriumphPay. Like people be like, "No, we don't need this. What are you doing? Why? What have you done with your life? This is a waste of time." And I'm trying to remember I had a real bad one. I think it was, I don't know. I can't remember. Anyways, man. So I think to think about the total experience of selling, enterprise technology to a customer starts with the sales process. The sales team setting realistic expectations about timing and implementation. When the customer asks how long it's going to take to implement, don't say 2 weeks, right? Like, you gotta be realistic and know what TMS provider you're talking about and set expectations up front. We have a really core function of what's called sales integration. And so anytime we get someone to a contract, we think that as a different life cycle. And we have a different team with different skill sets that shows up and talks about what Scott just said, integration, and making sure that's done right and done in an environment where it can be tested in a staging environment to make sure things are working properly. And then the last part is post-sale support. So at TriumphPay, we'd have like a 90-day life after a customer went live, where sales engineering is still, so the technical team is still very involved on weekly calls, but then you're starting to introduce the operation or softer skills that are less technical and can't solve technical support issues. So it's kind of like this graduating slide that we bring customers up to try and create, a continuous experience. Now at Highway, it's a little challenging right now because we don't have that whole team and all the process. So
you are the team.
Like
you're all this.
Kind of doing it all right now, but that's fun. Yeah. It's fun.
No, but I think it makes sense though to like bring in different people with different skill sets at different stages, because a sales guy, truly, if he's a hunter, he's going to have a certain mindset, and when he gets into the weeds of that portion of it, that's might not be a skill set or even his desire to be in that place. So I think that's really wise to do that. And I was talking to Kevin Coombs, our friend of ours, and with Green Screens, one of our sponsors, got to throw them in there too. But I was talking to Kevin about this because with their rating product with brokers, a lot of brokers are right now using DAT RateView, they're using RateMate from Truckstop or Logistical Labs or whatever it is. And what he's found is that some of the best integrations, some of the best implementations and adoptions is when the buyer of the technology removes maybe one of those for a month and says, we're just going to go all in on green screens for a month and see how it works and get buy-in that way. Because if you give people choices, they're probably going to stick with what's comfortable, with what they know, and they're not going to necessarily adopt. So it's interesting to learn some of these strategies to help out with implementation and adoption to get the best results. And I love that you thought through that. That's really important. But integration is the first one. I remember when I was at Trucker Tools, if it didn't integrate, it was a dead sales call. They couldn't go any further. It was done. So I know that's critical when it comes to technology and freight brokerage. That's for sure.
Yeah. On the other side too, if you're going to use that tool as a SaaS, software as a service, and you have like an admin or a customer admin ability for them to use that tool that was sold to the broker to say, hey, if you want to go in there and use it at a cost, you can do that as well and build it around the needs of the customer.
Yeah, there's a lot of capacity to take forward that. Okay, so Jordan, we're about to switch gears for a minute. Any last thoughts that you want to share about Highway and about where the industry is when it comes to technology?
Oh man, any last thoughts? Okay.
I mean, you're not leaving. This isn't parting words. This is just
I didn't know if I was getting
segment change. That's it. But no, I want to give you the last word if you've got anything else to add.
Yeah, I mean, I think I always like to say the proof in what we're selling is in our customers. And Ed's Logistics been live 90 days, seen a 300% increase in monthly active users in their carrier portal and a 40% increase in their digital booking rate. They're now pushing some of the tier 1 brokers in terms of their digital booking rate. And I love this industry. I love helping freight brokers. I think you guys are so awesome. I kind of, I'm jealous. I wish I started in banking, and so it's a little more boring. But I just love this industry. I love what all you'll do, and love learning from you. So, yeah.
Jordan, have you ever moved freight? Have you ever booked freight? Have you been a broker?
Will let me do it one time, but I sucked at it, so he didn't let me. He's like, good thing you build tech, because you would not do very much if you did this. Like,
you come to Boise, I'll put you in with some of our capacity sales guys. They'll get a little.
There you go.
They love that.
I'm the same way, Jordan. I had 6 months booking reefer and flatbed freight, and it was pretty easy to realize this is not my best seat. I should probably be sitting here. I stick with the technology side and the marketing side of things. That's been good for me. So, all right, well, we got to switch gears, everybody. And so this is it. This is for Jordan. Hire like all seasons of the Office, all episodes. Anybody here? I have. Anyone else? No? Scott, yes. All right, very good. Jordan, excellent, cool. We got a little poll today, so if you haven't taken the poll, it's in the live chat. You can take the poll, and we're going to go over some of the answers in just a minute. I got to say this. This is probably one of my favorite things about social media, about YouTube and about Instagram and TikTok, is the little shorts from The Office, because I don't have to watch the whole episode. I just get the best part. I think that I pretty much am completely hooked on watching The Office on social media. So something I love. All right, let's go ahead and look at some of the results here. We're going to go ahead and start with an easy one. So question 1 is, what's the name of the company the Office employees work for? Everybody gets this. It's Dunder Mifflin. All right, moving on. Question 2. How does Michael burn his foot? Now, this is interesting. I've seen all the episodes, but I'm pretty sure I got a lot of these wrong. I'm not so sure about that. Okay, so question 2. How does Michael... Does anybody know this answer? Anybody?
George Foreman.
Oh, yeah.
On the George Foreman grill?
Yeah, it's George Foreman.
It's the best.
It's awesome. What season? Does anybody know what season that was from?
I don't know that one. It's because of bacon.
No.
That's for sure.
It's pretty early.
You can YouTube all these things, by the way, people. You can probably find everything on YouTube. That's good. All right. Okay.
It was 4 because you won't check it.
Whatever. All right. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. All right. Question 3. What is the secret symbol Dwight and Michael use? Is it winking, licking their lips, snapping their fingers, or looking left and right really fast?
Licking their lips.
Some people thought it was licking lips, and that is correct. It is licking the lips.
Interesting. I did not know that one.
I know. It's kind of weird. Okay. Next one. Question number, what are we on? 4 or 5? What do we got? 4 or 5? We are on question 4. Who can raise and lower his cholesterol at will? Dwight, Stanley, Creed, or Pam? Of course, the only one that makes sense is Dwight. Oh, it's so funny. All right. Next one. Question number 5. What was Ryan trying to heat up in the toaster oven when he started a fire? A cheesy pita? Ooh, we got a little division on this one.
Majority is wrong.
We got a little division on this one. Wheat toast, toaster strudel, or white toast? The correct answer is a cheesy pita. That's right. That's right. Interesting. Okay. Question number 6. They're getting a little tougher. In the absence of ice cream, what does Michael eat? Mayo and green olives, mayo and pickles, mayo and black olives, pudding and black olives. The correct answer is
mayo and black
olives. That's right. Which is sounds awful. Let me tell you guys about something I did one time. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I was a youth pastor at one point back in the day. Maybe you can see me.
Please tell me you didn't eat mayo and black olives.
I didn't. Oh, no, I didn't. But let me tell you what I did. So you always have to come up with fun activities, right? Because these kids, you got to keep them engaged a little bit. The gospel sometimes isn't always such, it doesn't catch all their attention. You got to get them with stuff like putting a milkshake in a blender or putting a McDonald's Happy Meal in a blender and mixing it up and letting them drink that stuff, kind of stuff. So one time I came up with this idea. I saw this. We took those big Costco things of mayonnaise, put them in a big old bowl, 2 of them. And then we put sour gummy worms in the mayonnaise. We paired them up in teams of 2. One person had to fish the sour gummy worms out with their toes and feed it to their partner. And the first team to get 3 of them down won. Ooh. I'm telling you, a kid threw up. It was so bad.
Well, yeah, first you got toes in mayonnaise. Don't mix
I almost
anyways.
threw up just from the sound of it.
What kind of jail time did you get for that?
There could have been some medical conditions that came out of that. I don't know. Some kid had toe jam or something. I don't know. That's nasty to think about.
Man.
I know, isn't it, Coleman? It's awful. It's awful.
Really, no.
Was that your idea, by the way?
It was my idea. Well, I think I saw part of it and I kind of stole it, put it together. But literally,
awesome.
One kid threw up and still won. Still won. Like
We had-
going after he threw up.
We had, so I volunteer at summer camps for our youth group, and we had a similar one. We just call it Cheetos, and it was you just dip your foot in a bag of Cheetos, and you have to feed it to somebody. So it can't be any worse.
Oh,
How do you
so
guys
disgusting.
come up with this stuff?
You got to keep the kids
it's a skill.
engaged.
Jeff, it's a skill. You know, it's
Yeah,
got-
don't
you gotta-
invite
you
us
gotta-
to any one of your parties. Well, we're
Listen,
not-
let me just say this.
You got to create
TikTok-
memories.
If TikTok existed,
That's what's
back
wrong
in
with our
05
kids. They went to Scott's summer camp.
If TikTok existed,
But there
back
could
in
only be
05,
one winner.
I'd have had a huge channel back then.
One
All right,
winner.
okay. All right, back to the poll, everybody. Question 6, or question 7. Sorry, question 7. We already got that one. What is Michael's real order at Hooters? Is it a gourmet hot dog, chicken strips, bacon, or chicken breast? The correct answer, as you guys know, is chicken breast. Hold the chicken. Okay, sorry, Jennifer. Okay, moving on. Number 8, question 8. What is Michael's username for the dating site? We're getting a little world's best boss. I'm Mr. Right, that gym guy, and little kid lover. Unfortunately, it is little kid lover. So bad.
Terrible.
So bad. All right, question number 9. We're getting through this. What item of clothing does Michael always have dry cleaned? His jeans, his shirts, his shoes, or his socks? It is his jeans, of course, which is awesome. And then question 10, the final question, everybody. Who described a wine as having an oaky afterbirth? Of course, it was Michael. All right, everybody, that was fun. So
What a legend.
The office, everybody. Oh, you guys are such great friends to endure this every week. It's amazing. Jordan, are you sure you wanted to be on this?
I love it. I didn't know what I was getting into. This is awesome.
No, you don't. No, it's different every week. It's fun. So we have another one too. So sometimes we get to, no polls. Sometimes we get to multiple polls. We actually have one that we're going to do live, everybody. So if you're in the private chat or if you're watching live, we have a poll called Hocus Pocus in honor of our friend, Jennifer Carpus Romaine. I know. Look at this, Jennifer, just for you. Look at this. Spotlight to you. Aren't you so happy? Look at that smile, everybody. So happy. By the way, I did learn this. Hocus Pocus 1 and 2 are on Disney Plus. You may have told me earlier, but I saw them.
I
So
did.
I'm going to watch them. I'm going to watch them this
She
weekend.
told you.
I did.
She told you.
I wasn't paying attention at the time, Scott. So I didn't care.
Clearly.
I didn't care. But everybody
I've
go
never
ahead and
seen them
take.
before.
Everybody go ahead and take the poll real quick, and then we're going to talk about it.
Oh,
So
I'm going to show you my.
You got
please
your
do.
front door finished?
Time to
Yeah.
highlight this.
So-
Here we go, everybody.
So this is our corner. Momo, you want to give a tour of all of our Halloween decorations? Okay.
Oh,
come
here
on.
we go, everybody. Here we go. Correspondent time.
Okay.
Correspondent time.
Okay, so is that our Halloween stuff?
Yeah.
And then what else? What's over here?
Look at this. Oh yeah.
Wow.
everybody.
Yeah.
Now we're
Is
seeing
that
the good
spider?
stuff.
Yeah. And there's some more over there. And show them which one's your pumpkin.
Wow.
Well, that's a nice pumpkin.
Are
Yeah.
you going to carve the pumpkin, or are you going to just draw on it?
Oh, we carve them. And then
Oh,
do you want to show them this room? And then you can go back.
Like your dinosaur shirt, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
that's
scary.
cool.
It's a very annoying fish that mommy doesn't let turn them on. And then these are our lights
Oh,
that are
fancy.
not on right now. And
Wow,
then
so-
we have a customized light up pumpkin.
Yeah.
Are you sure you like Halloween?
Oh, it's not
Third
plugged
favorite
in right
holiday.
now, apparently, but it lights up. It has our name on it. And then those are his dinosaurs. So, see,
That's
we have
awesome.
plenty of Halloween stuff. It's just not in my office.
I love it. I love it. So that's good. Well, you need to bring the office up to speed because.
Well,
it's
and
huge,
then
right?
in the
So good.
office, I have that little pumpkin.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
not as much.
Awesome.
So-
Awesome.
Excellent.
Love it.
Thanks for giving the tour, bud.
I know, that's impressive. That's good. All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's go over this poll. I think we might have the poll up. So let's go ahead and share the results here. Here we go. All right. So question 1, what year was Hocus Pocus released in theaters? Jennifer, by the way, you're going to do all the answers on this. I didn't tell you ahead of time. You're gonna do the answers.
1993.
1993 is correct, everybody. So if you chose 1993, congrats. 6 of you got that right. 2 of you don't know what you're talking about. All right, next question. Number 2. Which ingredient is not part of the Sanderson sisters life potion? This is hilarious. I don't even know what this is talking about. This is great. Okay. Is it dash of pox, piece of your own tongue, dead man's toe, or frog's legs? Jennifer, what do you got?
Piece of your own tongue.
Piece of your own tongue. All right. That sounds great. Question 3. Scott, sorry, you're not doing well. Question 3. What does Max's bully call himself? It's also shaved into the back of his head. Ooh, we got nobody knows this one, Jennifer. Big boy, ice, dude, or master. What's the correct answer?
It's ice.
It's ice. Nice. So 3 people got it right. 5 people didn't know. All right. A lot of people need to watch Hocus Pocus this weekend, apparently. All right. What does Max promise Danny he'll dress up as next year if she agrees to visit the Sanderson sisters' house on Halloween? What do we got, Jennifer?
Peter Pan with tights.
But with tights? Oh, Peter Pan with tights. Okay. Scott missed again.
Because if it's not with tights, it doesn't count.
That's no good.
Right.
That's right.
Okay.
He argued about
Totally
it.
knows all these answers too.
Oh, I do. My wife is a huge Hocus Pocus fan. I've already seen it this year.
We're friends.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Well, you are friends. You're here on this episode.
All right. Question 5. In order to bring back the sisters from the 300-year sleep, who has to light the candle? A child, a virgin, an ancient relative, a young girl. It is a virgin. Always got to throw the virgin in there for some reason.
Yeah.
I got the Christmas story and everything. All right. Okay. Next, question 6. What do Max, Danny, and Allison steal from the Sandersons' house? It's the spell book, the black flame candle, the brooms, or the cauldron. It is, Jennifer.
The spell book.
The spell book. That's right. All right.
The creepy eye on it.
Question 7. Why was Billy Butcherson cursed by Winfred in the 1600s? Jordan, do you know any of these answers, by the way? Have you seen this?
I saw this when I was like in elementary school or something. I'm so lost. I don't.
You guys gotta get it back together.
Well, Disney Plus, my friend. Disney Plus. Here we go.
Yeah.
Jennifer,
right.
when did you know that you were in love with Halloween? What point in your life was it like?
I've liked Halloween, but like my whole life, but in truth, my son is obsessed with it. Like he, at the beginning of September, was like, "Can I carve a pumpkin?" And we're like, "It's not going to make it to Halloween." And he's like, "It's fine. We'll carve some more." So like, it just has since. I mean, he's 5 now, so every year it's gotten a little bigger.
Awesome.
Oh, that's cool. That is so good. That's good. All right. Okay. Moving on. Question 7. Why was Billy Butcherson cursed by Winfred in the 1600s? Because he made fun of her. He helped her kill her. He cheated on her. He hated children. What's the answer, Jennifer?
He cheated on her with her sister, Sarah.
Ooh, so only 2 people got that right. Dude, a lot of people don't know anything about this. This is good. All right.
Disappointing.
Have you seen her sister, Sarah?
Fair enough.
No.
You should see Hocus Pocus 2. They give more insight into what actually
I'm going to watch them
happened.
back to back. I'm pretty sure that tomorrow night is a Hocus Pocus marathon with my kids. It's
Perfect.
So don't worry about it. We're gonna get it on. Maybe Jordan will live stream it. We'll do it together.
You can do that. Yeah.
See what happens.
You can
That's
do that.
good. I'm in.
Jordan's like, "Oh God, I got an appointment." Sorry.
That's right.
My children are 8, 6, and 4. I don't think we're watching it.
No, throw them in.
No,
Throw them in. See.
perfect. My
That's
kids
fine.
watched it.
Those are
every
perfect
year.
ages.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus.
8,
It's safe.
6, and 4. Wow.
That's a lot.
All right. Okay. All right. Moving on. Question 8. What is the name of the boy cursed to be an immortal cat? Is it John Binks, Thackeray Binks, Charles Binks, or Zachary Binks? Jennifer?
Thackeray Binks.
Zachary Binks. Well, hey, 4 people got that right, so that's impressive. All right. Question number 9. What kind of spell is put on the adults of Salem at the Halloween party? Is it being frozen in place, nonstop dancing, capture their children, or fall asleep forever? Scott thinks he knows this one. He's dancing.
correct.
Jennifer, it's nonstop dancing.
Yeah.
And the final question, everybody. Question number 10 is, what did Max, Danny, and Allison use to fake the sunrise and scare the witches into hiding? Is it floodlights, house lamps, the moonlight, or car lights? Jennifer, Carpus, Romaine.
Car lights.
Car lights. It is car
This
lights.
is so much better than the football ones.
See, Jordan,
knows
usually
every
we do
answer.
like NFL trivia,
Yeah,
and we'll do some
nothing.
sports
UFC.
stuff. And Jennifer's like, please stop.
And I just like sit there and I just click buttons and then I'm like, are we done?
Uh,
I
there you
select
go.
an A on every single one of these. I've never seen Hocus Pocus. Don't know anything
Oh,
about it.
Greg.
Me neither.
Either.
Okay,
You
well,
guys
great.
Also, never watched The Office.
We know. Oh, Greg. Okay, we got some work to do.
Oh,
my
wow.
friend. So Saturday night, Hocus Pocus Marathon, my friend. Get your kids involved. All right. It's on Disney Plus. Disney Plus. All right. Okay. All right. So Jordan, this has been fun. Thanks for coming on. I hope that you'll come back and see us sometime soon. Me. But before we end it, because you might just jump off and never come back, I got to tell you how we finish this thing every week. So every week we do something called This Week in Pictures. And what happens is people on the street crew send us some pictures. I throw a few pictures in there. We look at a couple of news stories and talk about it. So we're going to jump on this real quick and get started. So This Week in Pictures, here's what we got for everybody. First of all, does anybody know who part of the street crew this is? Who on the street crew is this?
Jennifer.
That's Jennifer. That's right. Jennifer, please
That's
tell
my
the
husband.
story. Please tell us the story.
Let's see. Doug, come here.
Oh, we're getting Doug. Yes.
Yeah, we haven't met Doug yet.
Doug.
We have not met Doug.
Meatloaf.
He's like, uh-oh.
Make sure he has clothes on.
All right, Doug.
I already like him. Got a nice haircut.
I said that to Trey, not knowing that was going in the episode. But so this is me and my husband at senior homecoming. We did not.
That's on the internet now, and of course we got to spotlight you, Doug.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. Great to have you. Had no idea what you were getting into.
Did a tour of our Halloween decorations. Our whole family.
Oh, great.
That's right. Well, Jennifer, tell us the story about this real quick, please.
Oh, yeah. So that is me and my husband at senior homecoming. We did not date in high school. We actually were friends in high school, friends through college, moved in together as friends with the third friend, moved out of that house, and then started dating a year after that.
So did not date till you were out of the house.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes, we were very weird. And so people will be like, "Are you high school sweethearts?" I'm like, "Absolutely not." But we did then get married.
He immediately said no.
It was so aggressive. Absolutely not. Like, oh my gosh,
that's awesome.
No, he's my husband now, but like not. We did not date.
You guys live together, not dating. You guys have an interesting story. This would be a good, two truths and a lie. You got some good things there for two truths and a lie game.
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
yes.
We've
known each other for a very long time, and now we're married.
Well, Doug, pleasure to meet you. Thanks for joining the show, Doug. Great to have you on.
Okay, go back
all right.
to whatever you were doing.
Okay, leave now. Please leave. All right. Next, Scott, what do we got here, Scott?
So we had we do a harvest fest for a fundraiser. And every year I play for about an hour at a time. I play sheriff, and this is probably one of our biggest money grabs. Is we have a jail, and these volunteers say, "Hey, okay, for $1 you can put someone in jail for 3 minutes," and then I get to be the sheriff to go find these kids, and it's super fun. And this is a picture of my wife and my daughter that wasn't too happy that she somehow got into jail. So, but just some random pictures. Yeah, so some random pictures of what all the other events we had going on. So it was fun. Waiting on how much money we brought in.
When I was growing up in Raytown, Missouri, just outside of Kansas City, if you've ever been there, it's where the Chiefs Stadium is, everybody. But in Raytown, Missouri, they had what was called Raytown Roundup Days. And my Boy Scout troop 145, we had a jail. Did the exact same thing.
Nice.
We all dressed up as sheriffs and deputies. When we go grab kids, like, nope, you got to go in jail. Guy paid $2, so you're in. And nobody liked it. They'd run from us because they didn't want to get in jail. So now we're running around, and I'm pretty sure it was like mad chaos, and the fair might not have liked it, but that was what we did. Yeah, so
it was fun. We actually last year we implemented get out of jail wristbands, so you can pay $20 and you get it. Hey, I can't go to jail because I have a wristband. So
oh, nice! You're getting money on both sides of it.
Yep.
That's genius. That's genius. Well done, my friend. Well done. Well, as you guys know, my kids are getting older, 14 and 12 now, 9th grade and 7th grade. So now we're starting to go to high school football games, everybody. And can you pick out which ones are my daughters? Anybody?
Oh yeah. Furthest right and then second from
the two with glasses. That's right. The two with glasses. We got Naomi right here. We got Hannah right there. Can you tell which one of their friends is the weird friend?
I would say friend number 4.
Yeah, friend number 4. That's completely right. Yeah, that's very accurate. And she's proud to wear that title. So, that's kind of the way it goes. Also, did you guys
who I always was, so
yeah, so we're doing high school football games now, and that's always fun. Did you guys also know that last Friday was National Smile Day? Everybody, National Smile Day. So, of course, got to take a picture of my family smiling, except the youngest who didn't want to smile, so she chose not to. There's the family. Shout out to my friends over at Trailer Bridge with a really nice hat that I wear out in public, everybody. That's the mark of good swag. We talked about this multiple times on the show. That is it. Okay, I want to share this with you real quick. I got a friend named Barb, 75 years old, and she's a friend of a friend, and she decided that she wants to start a podcast. and she wants to tell her life stories. It's going to be coming out really soon. She's awesome. Her name is Barb, and she's going to be telling her stories. And the name of the podcast is going to be something like has something to do with terrible life, because somebody told her, "I'm sorry your life's been so terrible," and she's like, I didn't think my life was terrible. And so she's going to start a podcast talking about her life and her stories and all kinds of cool stuff. And just one of the neatest ladies out there. So listen, I'm going to promote this podcast, and everybody on here is going to subscribe to that podcast. I'm just telling you right now. Okay. Can I get everybody to get a little pinky promise on that? Okay, good. We're going to get Barb some good subscribers, some good promotion. Also, we got something coming up in 2 weeks. Jordan, tell us what it is. Look at this.
Oh man. Look at that mugshot. The TIA.
We got the Shark Tank. The Shark Tank at TIA, everybody. We're going to have the first
I don't
Shark
think they're
Tank
going to be
ever.
as nice as you guys. I think they're going to be a little bit more, tight.
Jordan, I'll be there. I got your back. Don't worry.
It's going to be a blast. We're going to have a good time. Jordan's going to go up against Green Screens and going to go up against Kestrel Insights and Carrier Shirt. Jordan, okay, so be honest, Jordan. Who are you most like? Who's your biggest challenger you got to take down in this event? Who's the one you're going after?
Oh man, I don't know.
Or is the target on your back? Product. Maybe the target's on your back.
I don't know about that. Green Screen's got a great product. I love what they built. So
they do.
I don't know what Kestrel Insights is, and Cassandra. Yeah, I was probably say Green Screens.
Kestrel's a data
They're
warehouse.
Sponsor. They're the sponsor. I'm supposed to probably get the
sponsor. You
sponsor,
should say
right?
that's right. That is the right answer. That's right.
Cassandra's product's pretty cool though. I mean, for the broker side, I think that's really cool.
Kestrel Insights is a data warehouse that
clean.
Lucas
It looks
was going
good.
to talk about. He'll be able to tell more about that, but it's a pretty cool product as well. So awesome stuff coming up. Also, Jordan, tell us about this. What's going on here?
Oh man! Oh jeez! You see the guy with the hat in the back? He's sitting right across from me. I was like, dude, don't wear that hat. It's gonna end up on the internet. Someone's gonna take a photo of this and like straight up here, Tim High and blast it on the internet.
Yeah, he did. That's right.
Tim's been a great friend. He's the first guy I met in logistics, and he bought a boat, and like the boat's
company
called
boat, y'all.
probably. Yeah, he's making it work.
I like it. Yeah, no, that's awesome. So company boats, everybody. If you got one, let me know. So that's good. Also, in the news this week, as you guys might know, fuel jumped another 40 cents in last week. Just real quickly, just jumped right up. And in light of that, Shell decided to change its logo, everybody, to this. So unfortunately, I don't see fuel coming down anytime soon. Thought you guys might enjoy that a little bit. And then in response, this is what people are doing now. They are hoping that we can get gasoline from the Dollar Tree, which that's not a bad. Let's go that route. See if we can get it down. We'll see what happens with that. And then finally, we've got a couple news stories, and we're going to get out of here. Did you guys see that Kroger and Albertson is planning a merger? Albertson, this is up in your neck of the woods, Scott, up in Boise. They're big up in
Boise.
What's funny is both of these are really big clients of ours, and so it'll be a crazy dynamic if that merge happens. So.
Can you get even worse on unloading the trucks?
Kroger for sure. Kroger Phoenix.
Is it
just say that in your rate confirmation? People are
which culture is going to win out? Which culture is going to win out? Is Albertson's culture or Kroger's culture?
I mean,
we'll see what happens with that.
Albertsons is Boise owned or Boise.
I know. That's
Boise
hometown.
Born, so that's hometown.
That's right. The Albertson Open on the Corn Ferry Tour up there every year.
Yep.
All right. I saw this statistic, everybody, and I didn't believe it. You guys tell me if I'm right or wrong about this. 1/3 of people surveyed call their doctors by their first name. Do you guys call your doctors by your first name? Or do you say Dr. Johnson or Dr. whatever?
I say Doc.
I don't really have a doctor.
I
would change that.
I don't have a primary care physician either. But okay, so let's take a quick poll. So there's 7 of you on here that have a doctor outside of Jordan and I. How many of you call your doctor by the first name? Not Doc, but by the first name. Okay, so Greg, we want to. Wow. Okay. Mishak, no.
Just Doc.
Mishak, by the way.
Yeah, Doc.
Okay, so Scott, Doc. Okay, all right. That's interesting
Well,
because
considering the fact that my doctor graduated high school with me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that would be weird then to call them Doc or Dr. Johnson. That was, like I'm not calling you that. You don't get that. From
Did he go to medical school or is he just high school? Actually, okay.
Yeah.
I play one on TV.
That's funny. All right, we're going to end on this, everybody. We're coming up on the hour. This is interesting. I thought you might enjoy this. Did you guys know that with the pandemic and the working from home and school from home, that ACT test scores have dropped their lowest in 30 years.
No
I
way.
don't know what happened there. I don't know if people learned or not when they were just sitting at home playing video games all day for a year. So it's pretty interesting.
Having
So,
3 teenagers during the pandemic, I know exactly
you know
why.
Related news: grass is green.
Oh, and that's it for this the word on the street this week in pictures, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Jordan, thanks so much for being a part of it. Really appreciate you being a part. We're going to go out to the office song because that's your thing, man. So everybody, make sure you come back next week for episode 129 of The Word on the Street. We got Ann Rinke on the show next week, everybody. Ann Rinke from the TIA.
Yes.
Going to be right
She's
here
awesome.
on The Word on the Street, everybody. Have a great week. It's Finish Strong Friday. We'll see you guys right back here
Have
next
a great
week. Peace out,
weekend,
everybody.
guys.
See ya. Oh, Josh is
thanks,
still
Jordan.
watching from the plane. I love it.
Wow.
That's so awesome.
Here you go, Josh.
See you guys. Peace out.
See ya.